following announcement has been paid for by the
Maharaja.
World Order.
Hey, what's up? This is the creator of the videos that you see on this channel that piss off all the other factions and WWE champions because we expose and make fun of them, but because I didn't mention our faction's name, this is not a recruiting video, and therefore your Reddit mods are required by digital law to leave it up on the board. With that out the way, the video we're bringing to you here is one that we created ourselves. This is Samoa Joe at 4 stars, so rather than going into debt by chasing and failing on 30 pull attempts with atrocious odds, I decided to assess how to survive in the landscape of 4-star superstars, and Joe is criminally underrated. He might be matchup specific, but he's been awesome at saving on green shangles, black shows of heart, and health packs, while also being an excellent one-turn option for lockbox and day-to-day farming. So instead of blindly following some stupid tier list you see online, this video is going to actually show you the benefits of Joe with trainers that are more commonly available. Alright, so we'll get into his gear. He's got 2 sets of gear. He's got green and black trunks. He's got yellow and black trunks. So clearly Scopely spent all their time and effort designing this to give you the massive impact of plus 50 purple gem damage, which will clearly be such a difference maker in all your matches. Now on to his moveset. You got the Coquina Clutch, which is a submission. You got a Choose Destroy with his roundhouse kick. You also got a Scoop Power Slam, which is going to steal the MP and feed your Coquina Clutch. Best way to use him is against guys who run double green and equip steel. So next big thing, Brock, Volkov, Corbin, Anvil, NXT Seth, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Surfer Crow Sting, Showboat Austin, Triple H King of Kings, or Cock for short, Daniel Bryan, Iron Sheik, Goldust Tech, Jake the Snake Roberts, Kalisto, or Sin Cara. Those type of guys are going to get by this build. He's got the CCS Enseguri, which is going to make 6 random red gems into green gems. He's got the ST Joe, which is going to destroy 4 random blast gems. Meh. And he's got the Dragon Suplex, which steals 3 blast gems. But how often do you find yourself in a match thinking, man, I wish I could steal blast gems instead of the best moveset possible? So transition to the trainers. Bray Wyatt Striker is mandatory for this build to be successful. He will boost your black MP by 4. You'll start off with 5. Normally, your second trainer would be Luke Gallows. He would boost your roundhouse kick to destroy 7 gems instead of 3, but because I don't have him, I equipped Steve Austin Striker. He's going to do plus 50% on the submission. Because I have Austin training, the submission is going to go from 29,376 over 6 turns to just under 44,000. If you're doing 1-turn farming, then you're going to want to switch to Striker Ambrose, who's going to help boost your black move damage. If you don't have Striker Austin, you can go with Kurt Angle. He will also boost your green submission move damage up to 50%. You can also go with Trickster Bray Wyatt. He'll increase the duration of your green submission moves by an extra 3 turns when he is at 5k. Whether you go with Austin, Wyatt, or Angle is a matter of preference, but when they're at 5k talent, they're all going to end up doing 44k damage on your submission. Because Austin's over 5k talent, his trainer perk is already maxed. It's kind of obvious why I'm using him. So we're going to jump right into a match, and I'm going to show you how to 1-turn farm with him. You're going to want to pair him with your weakest SmackDown Live tag partner for the most XP. You'll also get plus 1 MP to all your moves with the SmackDown Live link. This is match 9 of the Hell mode on the NXT tour. So right off the bat, you'll see that his roundhouse kick is already fully charged. You start off with 1, Bray adds 4, the SmackDown link adds 1, now you're at 6. Depending on your opponent's total health as well as what the initial board looks like, it'll determine which way to approach the kill. If you chain 11 or more gems, it will generate a pin attempt, so you'll either have to create a chain in this case that would do over 42,768 in damage to guarantee a win, or break 10 or less gems, one of which being a black gem, in order to also use your power slam on the same turn to get a pin. The priority of your gem breaks will be 1 black gem, chaining green gems, then purple gems, and then black and yellow gems in that order. It's important to have a general idea of how much damage you can chain and whether or not the opponent is going to be in danger. The power slam being charged is key, as if you can't wipe out all their HP while choosing gems to destroy, you'll at least have that as a backup to put them in danger, as you can see here. Had I equipped Ambrose, it would have been a lot easier to ensure my opponent would be in danger, as my roundhouse kick would have done 15,543 instead of 11,956, and my power slam would do over 21k in damage. I didn't bother spending coins to break my trainers, but this match should give you a good idea of how much damage you can potentially do on turn 1 and win without needing to use any health packs. Unfortunately, I didn't chain any loot boxes together, but whatever, shit happens. I redid the match, but what you'll see here is a good example of why when you're 1-turn farming, you should probably have Ambrose on him instead of Austin if you don't already own Luke Gallows. A 5k Ambrose training would have added about 5,380 in extra move damage.
For me, it would have added an extra 3,500 or so with my low-level Ambrose to the pin attempt. I didn't expect to have those 3 purple gems chained from off the screen, but fortunately enough my pin attempt was so strong that he wasn't going to kick out. A lot of people prefer to do their one-turn farming with lower-level opponents. I choose not to because I prefer the higher payout of the XP, as well as the better chance in the coin payout if I don't get what I'm hunting for. An important thing to keep in mind when farming this way is not to attempt to chain or use your Choose Destroy on any loot gems. Let your loot bonus and VIP bonus, if you have one, spawn your loot gems and give a better chance of them being placed together, resulting in chains, row or column breaks, and wildcard gems. This will give you a higher success rate of maxing them together.
This next match is an example of how to use Joe when your opponent relies on double green moves, especially when they're being trained by steel for green MP. You'll sometimes come across this in versus mode with opponent defenses that are set with double green, so Joe does an excellent job of negating the risk when fighting them. Again, right off the bat, you'll see that his roundhouse kick is fully charged and ready to go. Unlike the previous matches I showed you, this opponent has over 100k in health, so it's kind of obvious that I'm not going to one-turn kill him.
My approach to this was slightly different than most matches. Because Sin Cara has the SmackDown link, if he got his turn, his springboard back elbow would have been auto-filled and ready to go. So it was important to get my power slam off to drain his MP first. In matches where the opponent doesn't have their green moves auto-filled, it's okay if you generate a pin. In this match, that's not the case. What you'll want to look for in matches like these is to break 3 black gems without forcing a pin, getting your power slam off, and then finding another match of black gems. This will allow you to have your submission close to or fully filled, depending on the opponent's tag links, and also allow you the ability to refill your roundhouse kick and power slam. My Coquina clutch is ready to go should I need to use it, and I specifically broke the black gems this way so that I could break the green gems to chain the other black gems together, which will refill my roundhouse kick. I could have matched the red and yellow gems together, which would have also chained the black gems, but that would have forced a pin, and I didn't want that. If he was in a pin attempt and he kicked out, it reduces the tag counter by an extra turn, which potentially could lead him tagging out before I finish him. Now we get to the fun part, which is choking him out. This is where equipping a submission trainer is better, as the Coquina clutch will do quite a bit of damage, and my roundhouse kick is ready to go once he escapes. It doesn't really matter where you place the submission gems, just as long as you prevent your opponent from matching all 4 of them before the hold finishes. Trickster Bray would result in more of an MP drain, but 6 turns is decent enough, and I prefer the opponent having less turns to break the hold, which maximizes the damage. Matches also go by faster if you're not locking someone in a submission all day long, or as I call it, the Andre bear hug effect. I hate feuding with teammates that take forever to finish their lane because they're just bear hugging people to death. If you're facing an opponent with a coach that reduces submission turns, then that would be where Trickster Bray is a better option than Austin or Angle, not only for the turns, but for a higher damage total as well when using the Coquina clutch. I intentionally use my Choose Destroy here to align the next set of gems I intend to chain. If by some chance my opponent still had health after all of this ass kicking he received, I'd also have my power slam ready to go, to do even more damage and ensure he's in danger. With no need to use it, I break gems, create my chain, hand out a power slam, make him my and put him out of his misery. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just like before, I try to avoid using my Choose Destroy on loot gems, so that when the loot and VIP bonuses kick in, I get the best chance possible to create random matches and chains. These matches normally go a lot faster, but I didn't speed through my moves and choosing gems so you could see how the board looks. I'm sure you also noticed that at the time of this video I'm level 306 as well, so trust me, my success comes from my farming and not my wallet. This is the reason why I say to equip your weakest tag partner, as it not only results in the most XP points, but each level after 125 gives you 200 in-game cash as well. So this is going to be the final match to show you, and this is typically the type of match you're going to see in a feud. The opponent's going to have steel training him. He's also going to have 2 green moves equipped as well. It's recommended, but it's not life or death if you don't match black gems on turn 1. In this case, he also has Bray as an MP trainer, and 1 black match for him will have his black move ready for turn 2. So we'll be mindful of that depending on how the board shapes up. We break our black gems. He row breaks, gets a black chain as well. If we didn't have a black match on turn 1, we'd still be okay, because all we would need to do is use the roundhouse kick and break black gems to feed the power slam. We're going to use the power slam and drain his green MP anyway. You'll always want to aim to use the power slam by turn 2 at the latest to not only have your submission ready to go, but if your opponent got a fluke wild card and by some chance got their moves charged, you throwing the choke out early reduces their chances of charging them up. His next turn is going to have his arm trap headbutt ready to go, so let's throw him in the Coquina clutch and drain that black MP. Now as he fights off the submission, your next focus needs to be on refilling the roundhouse kick.
If we didn't have a black match on turn 1, it might not have been refilled at this point. So it's important to get that move charged up as fast as possible so we can start the cycling process again. Okay, submissions lasted 6 turns. He's lost close to 40% of his health already, and all we've done is a black match, a power slam, and a choke. The roundhouse kick is already fully charged, but the board isn't the most ideal right now. So what we're going to want to do is find a way to break as many black gems as possible, and that's going to mean breaking out the roundhouse again. I'll break 2 black gems and the blue one here. I'm wanting to leave green gems on the board as much as possible and hopefully try to influence Bulldog to match them, since when he matches them, both of his green moves will get charged, and I can then steal it and refill my submission twice as fast as me matching green gems myself. Makes sense? Now in hindsight, I probably could have broken the yellow gem at the bottom instead of the blue gem, since for Joe, yellow gems do more damage than blue. Alright, so since I've aligned my black match, he should hopefully break the green on the right. And he didn't. He decided to take the yellow column break to the left, but that's okay. It's an easy kick out. We'll just take the red gems off the board. Okay, we've kicked out. Both my black moves are fully charged and ready to go. His green moves, though, don't have enough MP, so using the power slam at this point is kind of a waste, and there's not enough black gems on the board to justify using the moves. I can't refill them right away using the roundhouse kick. So now we got to figure out how we want to play this. He's got 80k HP, so if I can get him to under 44 and my submission is ready, I can choke him. We're going to leave the green gems on the right alone. We'll see if he'll match them for us, and that'll get the Coquina Clutch fully charged when I break out the power slam. So I'll take the purple. Yep, took the bait. He matched the green gems, and now we're ready to break out the power slam. So he's got 6 MP in each of his green moves, so that'll be an easy steal with my power slam, and my Coquina Clutch will be ready to go. He's got just under 56,000 left. We just need to bust out the roundhouse kick, and the gems we destroy will definitely take him below 44. And then my Coquina Clutch will make him go night-night. You can see that even though I don't have Luke Gallows, Samoa Joe is still a very strong and versatile guy to use. You can also use him with a variety of different trainers. And to those who want to point out that I have the class advantage, it really made no difference at all. We'll break out the roundhouse kick. And what we're going to look for is a way to break gems but keep loot gems on the board. We'll break the black, the purple, and the yellow. They're going to chain and cause the blues to row break together. Oh, wasn't expecting that, or that, or that. Alright, well he's dead. I guess I won't be able to choke him out. Boo-hoo. So the build's designed again to take out a specific set of people that run double green movesets. Whether they have steel training them or not is irrelevant. All you really need to do is bait them to match green and then you steal it for yourself. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and last but not least,
Damn it! Kiss my